Hey, what's going on, guys? MidDQ77B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. This is episode 32 today for the Checker Auto Parts 500 at Phoenix. Rockingham was unfortunately not one of the greater races I was hoping for. I mean, again, we're still waiting one more race after this one to finally get our new chassis that's coming in. That's the thing I'm looking forward to the most. As we take a look at the status here, the thing that's being built, 64 across the board between tire grip and tire wear. Meanwhile, we're overhauling the other one to have 59 as more of a quote-unquote backup chassis in a way. From that point forward, that's probably going to be the last time we're going to be overhauling stuff. We're actually going to keep building new chassis from here on out to try to make it in 6 or maybe even 3 races, actually. We can try to get ourselves tire grips up and running anyway. Or do I want to wait till like the next season where potentially we can actually get better crew members, I would say, but they're probably not that happy with us. Let's take a look. Yeah, the happiness rating is not very high at all, as you can tell. They're not very, some of these people are not very happy to be a member of the crew that we have here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do with it when it comes to that anyway. Let's see. Garage, R&D. Well, we still have 4 races to go before we get the downforce ready to roll. I was going to do some engine work, but honestly, no, we're actually not going to do that. Because excuse me, I kind of want to save some money for the chassis department because I want to go start investing more in that anyway rather than just engine building. Especially since we got 2 races left to go for the new engine coming in. We're gonna have 3 good engines essentially. Very nice. I don't think it'll be ever go any engine power below 60 anymore. So that's good enough for us. Unfortunately, we're locking up P39, a very solid P39 in the point standings. Yeah, that's very top tier performance, isn't it? But these two, 3 races to go. These two can't get away from each other in points. I think from here on out, these two are out of it. So it's just down to the Joe Gibbs duo. Who's gonna be? I'm not so sure. Let's go find out. Let's see who could rule the day at the desert. Phoenix, the one track where Alan Quickie got his first career win at. I think it was his first career win at this. He won the inaugural race here at this historic track. I mean, this was Phoenix before it became whatever that version of the track is, where you have to go underneath the apron and try to do something, and you have to go through a dog leg or whatever to make some passes happen. Now this is Phoenix to me. As I say that, we're nearly going into the wall in our first lap of qualifying. Yeah, we could do a little bit better than that. I was running a lot faster lap times than that during practice anyway. So that was not a good first lap. We're gonna try to pick it up on our second lap here. Already 17. Like I'm not trying to have any qualifying setups. I'm just trying to make sure my car is fast on race paces. We nearly lose the back end there. I'll even show you the setup, like where the hell is the tire wear set up and why it's supposed to be a long run set than anything. Yeah, that was a really lackluster qualifying effort. Only 14th because of that. I mean, I ran a 27.5 in practice. That's probably why I say that's lackluster in my eyes. This is the setup. You can see the tire pressures. Yeah, they're 20. It's pretty low. Downforce is about where that high, pretty much there. Yeah, nearly. When I keep saying I'm running high suspension, that's what I mean. And gear ratio, I might just keep it 119. And off we go.
Joe Moore and Barney Hall from the beautiful Arizona desert at the 1-mile Phoenix International Raceway for today's Checker Auto Parts 500K. Barney, this is quite a unique track. Tell us about it.
This can be a very fast racetrack, but due to its low degree of banking, these cars can get a little loose coming out of the corners, and to make it even more difficult for the drivers, every turn is a little bit different than the one before it.
With over 25 seasons under his belt, Ricky Rudd is NASCAR's most experienced full-time driver.
It's hard to believe, but he got his first Winston Cup start back in 1975 at the age of 18. Since then, he's been in the top 10 in points more often than not, and he's still at the top of his game.
The Delphi car looks to turn his luck around in this race.
And trust me, it hasn't been for the lack of effort. Those guys have been working hard all season. Maybe they can right the ship with a good finish here.
Stacy Compton is having some trouble in the points this year.
Well, there's always going to be someone who has to fill in the bottom of the points list. Of course, none of these guys want to ever see their name there. Sometimes it's just not your season to shine.
For the land of the free.
Yeah, I shake my head too on this one. Scott Pruitt got the pole. Surprise to the surprise anyway. Our teammates also started pretty high up there as well, but we got to do better for ourselves. We're running in 14th at the start of this race, and underway we go. We are at the Checker Auto Parts 500 here at Phoenix. We're going to try to get to that bottom lane immediately, and we do end up getting it. But Earnhardt's going to make a huge pass on the outside as we nearly lose the back end right out of the gate. Well, we're still in third gear. That's probably why we lost that position right then and there. I wasn't trying to. Oh boy, here we go. We can send it down in there. Ron Fellows is in this race, and he's been having a good amount of top 10s already with his limited start so far. But in terms of course, the goal of today is to finish the top 30. Again, I don't think it's gonna be possible anyway. For us, as our teammate runs into the back of us, I feel like I'm having a off sequence now in terms of like way I'm quartering this car at this point. I'm not used to having traffic around me. I mean, there's no practice session where I'm running with traffic, so I'm trying to play by ear, see what we can do. I mean, I'm only doing clean air runs. That's the only unfortunate thing there, as we give Mark Martin a bit of a brotherly shove. Yeah, our lap times are a little bit off from what I ran in practice anyway. I guess I'm just not used to having cars around us, as Joe Nemechek almost decides to run his car into the wall. I'm not sure what was going on there. Buckshot Jones is also in this race in the double zero. Scott Pruitt is just holding up everybody in that little pack there. 39 laps of fuel we have to make. I think we can do it. I know I tweaked up the gear ratio as we ran our fastest lap of the race at 27.8. We're just going to keep getting past on the outside of what it looks like here, and we're just going to be doing this again, where we just try not to lose as many spots as we can. We can only lose 10 more spots before, or we can probably get one back here real quick. We're going to give Mark a bit of a rub, minor rub, no big deal, as Buckshot Jones just passes us on the inside for the top 20. Oh, there's one of the title fighters, Bobby Labonte. We got to let him go at least, because he's got to challenge Tony Stewart for the championship, who's all the way up there still. So he's got a lot of ground to make up. I feel like I'm starting to finally get into a rhythm here, as we're going to try to pass pole sitter Scott Pruitt, who, well, turns out the leader is already halfway across the racetrack against us. That leaders are gone. Right now, Robert Presley just got around Scott Pruitt. We're on lap 10 of this race. This car's starting to come into its own a little bit here, or at least I feel that it is anyway. In terms of the handling, as I say that, where we drift off of turn number 2, try to keep Matt Kenseth and Robert Presley at bay. Kenseth goes into the grass, and oh boy, that's a caution. That is very interesting to see there. Matt Kenseth goes into the grass and just totally done goofed. Ooh. So now what do we do? Oh, terrible accident for the rookie. Oh, he's dead too. Oh, that's a massive pile up there. Oh boy. Oh my lord. Well, why? I don't see. Yeah, why not? I know I'm probably being a dumb move and just going down pit road so early, but why not? Honestly, why not? Now, is this a smart maneuver? Probably not, to be honest with you. It's a good stop. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. We're coming out in 40th. I think, yeah, like, and we're gonna be back underway here. 40th place. We gotta make up 17 spots in the course of the next whatever so amount of laps. I figured we'd try to come down pit road to get ourselves fresh tires and see if that helps us out in this run. We got to gain 10 spots during this whole shebang anyway. In hindsight, it's probably not the best idea to come down pit road, but let's see, going into turn 3, is we're going to be on the attack with Darrell Waltrip and Dave Blaney, and we do make the passes there. Yeah, we're clear of DW. Next up is Kevin LePage, who's blocking the inside. We're gonna go try to make a maneuver like this. We're trying to do the dummy, but it looks like we hit the inside wall, so we're actually gonna lose the spots that we just gained. So, wow, already this move was probably not the smartest move at all. I would say that, but hindsight's 20/20. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna try to get those spots back. This time we get to keep it, as we have a loose car up there. You probably saw the little loosey-goose there from, I'm not sure who that was. As Chad Little just tries to, you know, make me rethink my life choices as we stick into Kevin LePage. Oh, Chad Little, why are you making me lose my spots, my guy? As we're back down to 38th once again. We still have to make 15 more spots, which I'm going to be realistic with you, and now it's probably not going to happen, as we're going to send it off into 3, and we give Chad Little a piece of our minds as well while we're at it. Yeah, the front left is not damaged at all, despite hitting that inside wall, which is really good to see. 10-lap tire advantage does not seem to really affect us that much, unfortunately. I mean, our goal is to finish in the top 30 anyway. I mean, probably that wasn't the smartest move to do, unfortunately, to come down pit road. I thought it would be effective. I guess not, or at least not yet anyway. We're still making passes though. We're still gaining on like Bobby Hamilton, Wally Dallenbach, Scott Pruitt, Michael Waltrip. We're gaining on them, so that's good stuff there. We still need a few more spots afterwards. As we make an awesome maneuver, the 3-for-1 special. We gained 3 spots in that one corner. Amazing stuff there. Next up is Michael Waltrip. And we're gonna try to. I know it wasn't that long of a cutoff. Oh, that is an accident. Oh, that is a major accident. A major accident indeed. We're actually going to try to go steal as many spots as we can. And we do. We're actually... Oh, that curb is dangerous. Oh, boy. We will end up getting the spots there. I don't know coming back down pit road will be worth it. I'll tell you the truth this time around. I think we're going to learn our lesson and just going to keep our tires in this shape around here. Unless somehow, some way, the AI can find a way to make it all the way the rest of the way, which should not be possible. Oh yeah, so it's Stacy Compton that just lost it off of 2, and Ron Fellows. Oh, poor Ron Fellows just gets involved with that square away. 2 cautions already in this race, due to the AI. Oh, it's so tempting, man, to come back down pit road. It really is. It really is so tempting to come back down pit road. But all right, what are the AI doing? Probably gonna stay out. Yeah, they're staying. Staying out, so we're gonna stay out as well. And we're back underway here at Phoenix. We're gonna keep doing illegal things. Ron Fellows' car is completely messed up, so we can expect a debris caution at some point during this race, pretty much. But he makes a great move on the outside to keep his tire grip in check. We got Ken Schrader trying to block him in a way. I mean, we're 4 spots to the good right now, which is great, and we have a bit of a tire advantage towards the field, at least for a little while. When are we going to come down pit road? I don't know. Tell you the truth, I'm not so sure. As we give Ron Fellows a little taste of Winston Cup oval racing here and there. I mean, his starts were all on ovals. I mean, he is a road course ringer back in the day, I would say. It seems like turn 2 has been a deadly corner for the AI. It seems for this race. So hopefully more cars can keep getting taken out. I mean, I'm all for it, really. As we're going to send it down to the inside of Brett Bodine, we finally make the attack on him. Instead of him making the attack on us, we finally make another clear spot, and we're up to the 24th. And oh boy, that's an engine failure up ahead. And that is Steve Park with an engine expiration. That's another car, that's another spot. The whole field's dropping like flies at this race. I'm actually quite surprised. Can we make a move on Jerry Nadeau as well? And we might be able to do so. This race is going superb so far. I just hope it stays this way. Yeah, we make an easy pass on him, but we kind of force him into the wall at the same time. But yeah, 22nd as of now, or probably, I think we might be walled from here on out. I'm not so sure. Oh, we have another caution. I think this one might be for the debris. This probably came out at a pretty bad time, though, for us, I would say. Oh, no, that's probably not debris. No, that's not debris. You can look at the mini-map. They're all kind of, like, stacked up there. Hopefully, this does not bring the field down the pit road. I can't make 50 laps, for sure. Not with this gear ratio, we're not. We're going to hold on to 21st.
That was a quick one, buddy. Keep it up.
We're still doing pretty decent pace, though, I will say that. Nope, it was Jeff Burton with the debris that came off the hood of that thing, and I guess somebody blew a tire. That's what I'm guessing anyway, because you can see that in the mini-map earlier, there was stuff going on. I really don't want to come down pit road, but I think I should. No, we're not going to come down pit road. It's too early for that. We're going to keep our 21st spot, and we will. And back underway we go. This is like our third restart in the race, and we're going to try to take 20th away from Buckshot. Buckshot up ahead. And we got Dale Earnhardt Jr. is probably going to be the rookie of the race, and our right rear just gets damaged thanks to the courtesy of the 77 of Robert Presley. We don't get going on these restarts, but we keep it going afterwards. We're gonna get passed by the damaged car of Ron Fellows. He makes a, well, to me it seems like a brake check in a way, but I know that was his normal braking zone. As the whole field, as some of the field is coming down pit road now. Okay, it's like the early NASCAR games that they do this themselves. They always pit like a lap or two after when the cycle comes down pit road. It's weird to me, but we should probably start thinking about coming down pit road pretty soon. And well, this will definitely bring the whole field down now. I think this might be another debris caution or something because people are still down pit road. What is going on with this race? This is completely and by the way, none of these cautions are my fault, by the way. How the hell did you get upside down like that? Okay. How the hell did you do that? There needs to be more context than that. I feel like the whole field's going to come down pit road now, so there goes our tire advantage. At this point, they would have to, right? Yeah, they're all coming down. We got to come down as well. Except for the people that stayed, that just came down pit road, of course. Any adjustments? No. We're going to say no to the adjustments. All right, we make our way to our stall. We got to get ourselves a good stop here, folks. Good stop.
Going down on wedge.
No, we're not going down on wedge. So those people that just... And we have a bad stop again. Back when it matters. Right when it matters. If you can't perform under pressure, we gotta release you guys at some point, I think those are like spots that we just happened to... Oh, okay, so we kept our spots. 18th, even despite the mistake. And we're back underway here at Phoenix once again with another restart. We're going to try to get the spot away from John Andretti, but I think, once again, the AI does know how to get a good restart compared to us anyway. Going off of turn 1, turn 2. Give a good old Buckshot a bit of a side draft here. Does not quite work there. He's going to clear us for now. I think Ron Fellows finally got that damage repaired, so that's nice to see during that whole cycle or whatnot. So that's good stuff to see. He's back into working form. Maybe not 100% form, but he's definitely a lot better than what he was earlier in the race. Now it's all in our sights of trying to get ourselves that top 30 spot. Honestly, I just hope the cautions keep occurring like the halfway point of this run again, and then we can just try to gain all that stuff back again, but who knows. Oh, Ron Fellows went 2 wheels there. I don't think we're going to get any higher than where we're at now, because everyone's on equal tires. So I'm kind of, once again, hoping for a caution to come out again at like the halfway point of this run. I mean, it's been a really hectic race so far, I would say. If we give Buckshot a little bit of a side draft there. At this point, we're just going to keep holding everybody off like we normally do. Can't press the attack anymore. Oh, a caution's out again. That was really quick. This one I'm pretty sure is for debris, and it is. It's Michael Waltrip for having the debris caution. Oh boy. 10 laps. Do we bother coming back down pit road? No, we're actually going to wait and hopefully see if we can get ourselves yet another yellow. I think it's still a little early for us to come back down pit road, even though I think we're just going to keep losing spots as the this run goes on still. We're going to try to get the spot back from Johnny Benson. I mean, this has been probably like all the cautions this season combined so far. I think it's like, what is it, like our 6th or 7th caution in this race? This has been a complete yellow fest. I'm all for it anyway. I'm all for the chaos. So this track is essentially going to be like, I guess Talladega and Thunder 04, I guess, in our playthrough there, where cautions kept happening almost every pit cycle sequence. So yeah, it's more about just trying to keep these guys at bay for a little bit longer. I'm trying to hope before like lap, like I would say 55 or so is when we can go back down pit road for maybe like the final time or whatever, and just try to gain back all those spots that we might have lost, or maybe even 60. We're hoping for that range for the caution to come out again, and we can just take the tires again and just have a short run to the finish. I mean, I'm all for it, really. I don't think we had a longer run than like 15 laps, I would say. So that's really surprising how we've yet to have a long run in this race. So again, we're still holding off the likes of Brett Bodine and Jeremy Mayfield, who has no hood anymore in this race. We're still waiting for one more caution to hopefully occur, and just try to take advantage of maybe the little tire advantage at this point. At this point, going down pit road will be the best play, because equal tires is not good for this car apparently. Why can't we just be good on equal tires for once? I'm hoping for that next season. Anyway, we could be like somewhat good on equal footing, instead of just having like a 10-20 lap tire advantage. I mean, caution right now would be perfect. It would absolutely be perfect, as we're going to get passed on the outside by Mayfield, unless we have something to say about that. We just killed Mayfield. We absolutely just murdered poor Jeremy Mayfield. We have to pay respects. We just absolutely murdered him. I wasn't on purpose, but he just absolutely died. I mean, yeah, we put him into the wall, but he did not deserve that. That little contact apparently was enough to kill his car. I mean, it has happened before when I played Thunder 04 in the past, where when your car is damaged like that, it has a chance of blowing up like that if you make slight contact with the outside wall. Well, gruesome or not, we have to come down pit road. we are going to put the Ford for Dr. Feelgoods on it. I mean, we're probably going to have a discussion with me and Mayfield after the race for sure. This will be our last stop of the race. A little bit of a repair that needed to occur. I mean, I feel bad for Mr. Mayfield. We got 4 Dr. Feelgoods though, and back underway we go. We're gonna do something very illegal, like we do every race, is pass on the inside before the start-finish line, which you really shouldn't be doing it in real life anyway. It's not legal for you to do so. As we get a little bit more back-end damage with courtesy of the 32 car. He started on pole, by the way, and he hits the outside wall again, so that's really interesting to see there. We kind of need this to go the rest of the way. Will it though? I'm not so sure. We kind of like assisted in Mayfield's murder there. Yeah, he'll be needing some Dr. Feelgoods after that one, and I don't mean like what he did in the future. Now it's all about trying to regain those spots, and we just hit the apron like a moron. We just lost some time there. The car comes to me at the middle part of the run, like after like 9 laps or whatever. It actually feels more stable than what I have here currently. We just got to get around this traffic. We just got to gain 10 more spots to where we were in the racetrack, but 3 more spots for the money. That's exactly what we're looking for. Top 30, of course. With this tire strategy that we just came down with some Dr. Feelgoods on it, we give the old timer Darrell Waltrip a bit of a shove, a bit of a brotherly shove, and we take 30-second away. Next up is to Kevin LePage, and I believe that's Wally Dallenbach. We're just gonna go send it down the inside, try to get two for one, and we do get the 2 for 1 with the slide job there on Mr. Dallenbach. And we're up inside the top 30, so we're actually going to be good with the money from here on out. We just got to get a few more spots here, and we'll be back to where we were in terms of where we were running on the track. We still got to think about maybe 7 spots left to go. Tell you what, though, this race has been absolutely chaotic. I hope every race is like this from here on out in the playthrough, even though it probably won't. As we're going to try to get 2 for 1 again, this time with Dave Blaney. It's just like Thunder 04, where you're overtaking spot for players, definitely turn 3 and 4. Or I guess you could want to call it 1 and 2 in the modern era, but this isn't the modern era, so I'm calling it 3 and 4. This is 1 and 2. This is the real 1 and 2 right here. We just passed the start-finish line in real life anyway now at this point. We're up to 28th. Still got to make about 5 more spots, which I don't think it will happen, but wishful thinking, don't you think? Up next is Skinner. Ooh, Rick Mast got a little bit of a wiggle there off of 4. We're actually going to try to take advantage of that going in the 1. We try to send it in there, and we're going to try to actually use this as an opportunity to set up for 3 and 4, because that is usually our overtaking spot. We're going to stay right behind Rick Mast, and that's Conseco Pontiac. Down the back stretch we go. We're going to go, once again, we just send it into 3 and 4. We're going to try to use the slide job maneuver. No, this thing just hooked on the bottom right then and there. A little bit of throttle playing. As we lose the back end just a little bit, we mainly make a mistake ourselves. Back to covering the inside, back to the outside, and back to the inside again to make the corner. And we do make the pass on Rick Mast. But we lost the car right then and there, so he's going to be able to take that spot back. We have a little bit of contact there between him and I as he jumps the curve a little bit. Take a more shallow entry. We're going to give him the old bump and run here. Some incredible fighting for 26, it seems. Oh, we're just like as we kind of give him a little bit of a brotherly shove, and we will take the spot away for good that time around. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get any more spots than this, but that's okay. Maybe we can catch up to Brett Bodine from here on out. I think at this rate, we're not going to get lapped this race. So that's probably like for the first time. That's like the first like super speedway oval. We're not going to get lapped. But hey, don't press our luck. We still have a few more laps to go in this race. And that AI are hauling ass over there. They're already in turns 3 and 4. Coming towards 5 laps to go anyway. We're coming towards them anyway. We're not there yet. We're actually going to be all over the back of Brett Bodine. We're going to send it back down the inside. We are now inside the top 25. Really nice stuff to see. We're still making some decent pace here with our semi-fresh tires. We're nearly halfway on fuel, but that's okay. We're still running like the pretty solid, consistent lap times, I would say, from like basically about, I would say, about 12. No, I don't even, not 12. Like at least like, oh my gosh, when did we pit? Like I think like lap 58. So nearly 20 laps into this run, we're still running consistent lap times as we slide the tires right then and there. Or at least I don't remember. I lost track of how many laps we ran, but I know it's been quite a bit at this point, and it's good. This car is somewhat a good long run setup. I don't know how he managed to make it like that, but we were like, you know, we were gonna get passed on equal tires anyway, though. As we give Elliott Sadler a bit of a rub there, and our right front is still not damaged yet. I don't know how, but we managed to get ourselves in the back, well, still in the top 25 anyway. I think it was like a lap car at this point. I think we're still catching some other lappers ahead. We got Schrader and we got Nadu, who are, I think, for spots. We can see if we try to get them in the last 3 laps. Coming towards the last lap of the race here anyway, lap 78 of 78. I don't think we're going to be having any sort of like range for Jerry Nadu going into turn 3. No, we probably won't. As the rear end kicks out on us. Oh, we come so close to the wall that so many people have crashed and burned over there. But this is a really solid result, though, even though we have a little bit of blood on our hands. But we still managed to get ourselves inside a top 25 on a non-super speedway oval. Really good result today here at Phoenix. Nice. Top 25. Something to be happy about for sure. As the Intimidator wins yet another race, but Tony starts in 3rd. Where's Bobby Labonte? I don't see him anywhere.
How about all those caution laps they ran?
Well, it was definitely a busy day for the Pontiac pace car driver. I really don't know why we had so many. Just one of those races, I guess.
We hope you enjoyed today's race as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. So long. We'll see you next week at the Homestead Miami Speedway.
So it's the Intimidator once again getting himself the win here, this time at Phoenix International Raceway. This is his 7th win of the season, but he's nowhere near in the championship hunt. He's still going to be like about 200 some points back now from the leaders of Tony Stewart and Bobby Labonte. But Stewart finished 3rd. I have no idea where Labonte went. All I have to say to that race was, what a wild race that was. Managed to get like so many different cautions, even though one of them is caused by our own in a way. I'll have to apologize to Mr. Mayfield out after the race at this point. But we've ended up in a top 25 spot for the first time, like, I don't even know how long. I mean, I'm not counting Talladega because it's a super speedway, but in terms of like a non-super speedway oval, we managed to get to a good finish. But Dale Earnhardt Sr. will be your winner today. A really solid result, and we earn a lot of money as a result out of that. Really nice stuff to see. As we take a look at the race results, of course, the Intimidator once again wins yet another race. Tony Stewart gets the most laps led. He finishes in 3rd. Jeff Burton comes home in 2nd. Ricky Rudd 4th. Dale Jarrett 5th. Rusty Wallace 6th. Martin 7th. Johnny Benson comes up with an 8th place finish. Our teammate Joe Nemechek finishes in 9th. And Sterling Marlin in 10th. And hey, Kenny Irwin finishes 11th. as you take a look, Ron Fellas had a decent result comeback. Nice 16th place finish. And Kenny Wallace finished in 17th, our other teammate. Buckshot Jones has finally got himself a decent finish. He was running well at Darlington before he blew up. Yeah, no sign of Bobby Labonte at all. He finishes 35th, a lap down. He was probably maybe one of those people that decided to come down pit a little early and that caution came out. Yeah, no bueno. No bueno at all out of that one. We killed Mayfield in lap 34, and wow, Stacy Compton, Steve Park, and Matt Kens have all had issues in their own. I mean, you saw all the stuff right then and there. So this blows the championship wide open for Tony Stewart in his sophomore season. Can he manage to make it happen within the final two races? Hey, look, we have money again. That's nice. After that anyway, we're still locked up in 39th with no chance of ever getting to 38th. I don't think. I don't see that happening. Yeah, Tony Stewart now has an 87-point lead. Oh, that's huge. So Tony Stewart can still screw up somehow. He has 2 more races left to go. Well, who's going to cut the first championship? Labonte, or is it going to be Stewart? I think it's shifting heavily favored towards Stewart now at this point. Unfortunately, these two are kind of out of it unless these two die. That's all I have to say about that. You have 7 wins, and you have nowhere near like the championship. Where are you at, my guy? Where have you been? You're 228 back, and you have 7 wins. You're literally like the Ryan Newman of this career mode, apparently in 2003 when he had like a lot of wins, but a lot of DNFs or something like that as well. Unfortunately, we did not get the rookie of the race. That beat Dale Earnhardt Jr. Yeah, we're still stuck in 39th. We're probably going to be that way for the rest of the championship. But now it's just all eyes on the championship battle. So who do you think is going to win the championship at this point? Wouldn't it be... I mean, I'm going to say it's Tony Stewart at this point forward, unless something really drastically happens. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. And we'll all see you in the next time once we head to the Homestead Miami Speedway, where we test out our new chassis. I can't wait to see how it goes.